This is a great question. So let's break it down. We know what it looks like now when a parent is jealous of us, but what does it look like when a friend is jealous of us? The signs can actually be pretty similar to the jealous parent, but they're not quite the same, and here's how. Competition is one of the first big things you notice off the bat in jealousy related friendships, okay? You might see that with a parent, but it's more common in the friendship. You see friends see each other on basically equal levels. So when one does well, another expects to do well, and that can lead to competition, which can lead to resentment and yada, yada, yada. In a friendship in which there's a lot of jealousy going on, you might also notice that that friend minimizes your accomplishments. When you come to them and you're really happy about something, you're excited about something, something's gone well, you're in love, whatever it is, they might basically go, well, okay, that's great, and making you feel as though it's not as good. You shouldn't feel as special. You shouldn't want to celebrate that thing. What I've also noticed in my personal experience of jealousy friendships and in witnessing these relationships with my clients, there's a lack of questioning. There's a lack of interest. The jealous person doesn't want to ask you how your career is going. The jealous person doesn't want to ask you how your business is going, how your relationship is going, because they don't want to know, because it makes them feel insecure, because they're jealous. They don't think you deserve it. They resent you, on and on and on. And while social media itself is very superficial and should not be the baseline for how you judge your friendships, I've noticed in a lot of friendships in which there is an element of jealousy that social media usually comes into play. Specifically, those friends ignoring you on social media. So if you talk about your business, they won't engage, they won't interact, they won't congratulate you, they won't say anything about it. Same thing with relationships or career promotions, whatever it is, they just watch everything, but don't show any outward support for it. Jealous friends or just relationships with a harmful element of jealousy in them in general can also be really negative. That jealous person might turn everything into a bad thing. So let's say you come to them and you say, I got a promotion at work. They might then go, oh, that's going to be so much more work. You're not going to get holidays off. What is your partner going to say? They're going to be upset. Some kind of negative spin, negative twist to anything positive or progressive that you have going on in your life. There's a big lack of showing up in a jealous friend or a jealous relationship as well, right? Because that person resents you, because they feel insecure by whatever it is that triggers that jealousy in them, you might find that they don't show up when you need them most. If you have a celebration, they're not going to be there for it. They're going to make some excuse. They're going to dip out. They don't want to be a part of the good times in your life, and they will always make excuses for it because, frankly, they're jealous. Now, if you have to be unlucky enough to have a malignant person as a friend, whatever that is, whether they're just like self-centered or narcissistic, whatever type of malignancy, whatever flavor of malignancy they have, you might also find that they put the knife in your back. They, through that jealousy, might go to other people, talk bad about you, try to tear you down in the eyes of others, or even disrupt your opportunities if that means putting down their insecurities and making themselves feel better about wherever they're at in their lives. And don't be surprised if the jealous friend goes for your Achilles heel. What is that? This is the deep well of insecurity or uncertainties that you have. If you have a really, truly malignant, toxic friend who's jealous of you, they might go for that insecurity in order to make you freeze up, to not go after opportunity, to sabotage yourself. They might whisper about that insecurity into your ear to make you feel bad, to make you feel insecure yourself, to make you feel jealous or envious of someone else. There's a lot of different ways they play this, but they will essentially use your weaknesses against you to sabotage you. So what do you do to protect yourself from a jealous friend? Number one, figure yourself out first. It's very easy to point the finger and say, they're jealous of me, but you don't really know until you know. And that's going to take some self-exploration. You need to get clear on your intentions, how you're reading things, your projections, and then figure out theirs. Are they actually jealous of you, or are you misreading the situation? You'll also need to take an educated look at this. What do I mean educated look? I mean, you need to go and educate yourself. You need to educate yourself about relationship dynamics, true signs of jealousy, your personality type, their personality type. And again, come at this from a compassionate and well-informed view so that you know how to handle the situation, you know how to communicate yourself, and you know what you're really dealing with. Number three, once you truly know what's going on, you then have to figure out what your ideal resolution is. If someone waved a magic wand over this relationship and fixed it for you, what would that look like? Then figure out if that's even possible. Once you're to the point that you know what you really want and whether something is realistically worth saving and has the ability to be saved, you can then sit down with that friend and talk it out. Lay out on the table how you feel, how it's affecting you. Get all that resentment and all that poison out. If you feel like you can't do this with that friend, it's probably a pretty good sign that you need to skip to number 5, which is setting boundaries. You have to set boundaries. People who can't get past their jealousy with you do not deserve access to you. You will not progress if you surround yourself with people who are jealous of that progress, who make you feel bad for doing well for yourself, okay? So you need to set some boundaries and stop giving people who are jealous of you access to you. What do you think? Have you noticed these behaviors in a friend who's been jealous of you before? Let me know in the comments and follow for more.